Hello everybody, welcome to a Fallout 76 video. Today I wanted to talk about my shotgun build. I uploaded a video about this a while back, and I did end up taking it down because the build was, it wasn't complete, and so I wanted to finish it up before I re-uploaded a video, and it has come to more or less its final form, and that is with the Vampire's Gauss shotgun. You won't need any other shotgun in the game. I think by now a lot of people know the Gauss shotgun is the endgame shotgun weapon. And with vampires, you're almost invincible. So first, let's go over my perk cards. So, in strength, I have all the shotgun perks: Master, Expert, and Regular. That just adds damage to the shotgun itself. I have Scatter Shot. It does make shotguns weigh 90% less, but primarily I like it because you get 30% faster reload on shotguns. It's a nice boost to reload speed. I also have Bandolier, just for some ballistic ammo weight decrease. I like to pick up ammo, it's something I do, so. In Perception, I have Skeet Shooter. This helps with accuracy and spread. It's definitely something that you want with your shotgun builds. In Endurance, we have Life Giver at 2, just for some extra health. Adamantium Skeleton. Anytime I'm not wearing power armor, or any build that doesn't use power armor, I always run Adamantium Skeleton, because if I don't, I'm like constantly getting my limbs crippled, and it's super annoying. Fireproof. You definitely want this if you're using a Gauss shotgun or any kind of explosive weapons, because you'll be much less likely to damage yourself and blow yourself up. It'll also reduce attacks from explosion and flame attacks from enemies. One of the biggest helps here is the Scorch Beast attacks. Their sonic attacks will do way less damage. They're still super annoying and bright, but they won't damage you very much, if at all. And Rejuvenated. I always keep my food and water levels at max. I think it's more of an OCD thing than anything else. And I know Rejuvenated did get nerfed, and it's not as good as it used to be, but it's something. If you do, always keep your food and water levels up, Rejuvenated isn't a bad card to have on if you have the points for it. In Charisma, I run Inspirational. Usually I run on a public team, and in order to get the inspirational bonus, you have to be on a team with at least one other person, so just keep that in mind. But that 15% boost to XP is very nice. Strange in Numbers, I'm running Mutations, so if you're running Mutations, you always want to have Strange in Numbers, because if someone else in your team has mutations, which chances are you're going to run across at least one other person in a public team that does, you get boosts to the mutation effects. Travel Agent, because I'm cheap and I like to save 30% fewer caps when I'm fast traveling, though it's definitely not a necessity. As you play the game, you'll have 4 different free fast travel locations throughout the map, and as long as you don't mind load times, those alone will cut your costs on fast traveling way down. So that's just a personal preference of mine to have Travel Agent. Tenderizer gives a little bit more damage boost. Under Intelligence, we have Demolition Expert. Definitely want to run that for the Gauss shotgun because they are affected by explosive damage. The rounds themselves are explosive, and you can't get it with the explosive effect, but the rounds themselves are, so it will be affected by Demo Expert. Batteries included. That helps with the insane weight of the 2mm cartridges for the Gauss rifle. They're very, very heavy, so I'm able to carry a bit more running batteries included. You could easily swap out something like Travel Agent or maybe have Bandolier at 1 if you're not worried about other ammo types, and maybe drop another point into Intelligence and run batteries included at rate 3 for even more reduction to the ammo weight, because it's very, very heavy. Scrapper, I like to keep Scrapper on my characters generally, um, because if I don't have it on, I don't remember to put it on when I go to scrap stuff, and it's kind of a waste if to scrap things if you're not using the Scrapper perk. So I usually just try and incorporate it into my build. And Gunsmith, I always like running Gunsmith. It just saves on repair costs for guns, and you have to repair a lot less too. And Agility, Action Boy. Action Boy is an extremely important card. I would argue for pretty much any build, no matter what it is. You know, having action point regen is really nice. It's specifically important for shotgun builds because you're going to be relying on VATS a lot when you're using the build. So definitely want Action Boy. Enforcer, another great shotgun perk. You have to have Enforcer on here. You get chances to cripple and stagger with shotguns, and it's extremely powerful. White Knight, again, for repair costs with armor. Over to Luck, we have Bloody Mess. Again, just some more damage output. We have Psychopath. Even that 5% chance to refill the critical meter, it's kind of nice. I don't really rely on criticals all that much, so it's not a necessity. But even at rank 1, you know, it'll pop fairly often, and it's a nice little boost. Not a necessity, but it's definitely nice to have. Class Freak, because we're running mutations, so you definitely need to have Class Freak on. I guess you don't need to, but I would advise it because it reduces the negative effects of the mutations, and really there's no reason to suffer the full negative effects of the mutations. I have heard of people that craft mutations and just take them constantly, and every time you take a serum, it negates the negative effects for, I think it's an hour. So if you just constantly run the mutation serums, if you have the materials for that, you could do that and you wouldn't need to run Class Freak, but I don't think most people have the materials to craft that many serums. And then Starch Genes, another go-to if you're running mutations. That way you never accidentally cure any of your mutations, and you won't gain any new ones from radiation, anything like that, so you don't have to worry, or you only have the mutations that you choose based on the serums and nothing more. So that's it for regular perks. Let's take a look at legendary perks real quick. Survival Shortcut for the Survival Syringe. Essentially, you could have that, if you get that ranked up, even at rank 1 or 2, it's very helpful, and you won't really need to run food, water, or even stim packs anymore. You might need additional stim packs here and there. I do recommend keeping them on you, especially to help revive teammates, stuff like that. We have Intelligence, Agility, Luck, Endurance, and then for any non-bloodied or non-radiation build, you want to run What Rads. Especially if we look at this. Oops, wrong button. Where's that? Inspect, there we go. As you can see, it's all very helpful, but especially at rank 4 you get a lot of rad resist, and then you also restore 6 rads per second. At max rank, it is a huge help with any kind of radiation situation. The only times it's not going to do you a whole lot of good is if you are in the middle of a rad storm without power armor or stealth suit or anything like that, rad suit, something like that, or instances like radiation rumble. But I would say 95% of the world, it makes rads pretty much a thing of the past. You never have to worry about them again. You don't even really need to carry that much rad away or Rad-X with you. That's it for legendary perks. Now let's take a look at the gear. So for apparel, I'm running the Protective Brotherhood Officer Suit. You can run really any of the Under Armours will work. Just you want to try and get them ranked up to whatever the max craft is. And I believe Protective is the highest for Brotherhood suits. And you can look at them. They all have different benefits and bonuses. So for this, it's strength and endurance, as well as damage resist and energy resist, and a little bit of raid resist as well. In armor, one thing that you want for a shotgun build, like I said, is high AP regen. So one thing that you want to look for is the second trait, so at least 2-star armor. You want to get the second trait that has increased AP refresh speed. You don't need to worry that much about the first effect. I mean, if you really want something specific, you can, but just for starting out, look for anything that has increased AP refresh speed. You can find armors, 2, even 3-star armors that don't have great other effects, but as long as it has increased to AP refresh, that's what you want. And you want to get at least 2, maybe 3. I have it on all 5 armor pieces, and I got these just running around looking at people's vendors, and I got them all relatively cheap. So that's definitely important to make sure that you get that increase to AP refresh. With that and Action Boy or Action Girl, you will regen your AP within a few seconds, and it's insanely helpful when you rely on using VATS and stuff a lot. So for the weapons, Vampire's Breath. It's a vampire shotgun. It doesn't have super great secondary stats. The VATS hit chance is nice because I do use VATS a lot. And something that might be better would be like fire speed or fire rate, something like that. And then the damage resist while reloading, I have never found to be a particularly useful 3rd star. Maybe reloading or reduce weight, something like that. Of course, I don't even need the reduce weight with this because I am running the reloading and reduce weight perk card. So really what you want, I mean, you could even make do with just a 1-star if you want to craft a Gauss shotgun for, and save on some materials. You could do a 1-star and just get the vampire's effect, and that's really all you will need. I do have a lot of trouble using the Gauss shotgun in queen fights. For some reason it doesn't like to hit very well, so I do also carry this around just for the heck of it, just so I have something that's ranged. It's explosive, so I get a little bit of bonus from the demo expert perk, and I just use this for a little bit more range on the queen fight. It's helpful. It allows me to land some hits and get my damage in on her. When she lands, I tend to have a better time with the Gauss shotgun. It's usually a little bit easier to land hits on her. But a lot of times it's very, very strange. You can hit her and they only do like 1 damage per pellet. It's very frustrating. So I'm not sure exactly why that is. So I would recommend, if you're running shotguns, I would recommend having some kind of a backup, maybe an explosive, some kind of an explosive ranged weapon that can hit a little better than a shotgun. Alright, so let's go ahead and kill some things so you can get a feel for how much damage it does. And there we go. I think those were all dying in about 1 shot. There is a little bit of a delay, and sometimes there's an issue with shotguns. It makes the health rubber band. But yeah, that's killing those in 1 hit. Yep, killing him in 1 hit. I didn't even see what level he was, though. Oops. Let's see what this guy... Let's see, he's level 50, and he's dying in 1 hit. And then the nice thing about vampires, like I said, you're pretty much invincible because every single pellet counts as a hit, so you gain that brief health regeneration basically for every pellet. When you're using VATS, you're hitting with every single pellet, so you just get a ton of health regeneration. These guys are both 50. Try trying to see if there's any higher level super mutants, but it doesn't seem like there is, unfortunately. But as you can see, I'm one-shotting all these level 50 guys. I'm gonna port over to West Tech real quick, and we'll see about... Let's see about if there's any higher level, like 75s or 100s. And I want to see how much damage I do to them, if I can one-shot them or not. If it's not going to be one-shot for a level 100 super mutant, it's going to be a two-shot. They're going down pretty easily and very effectively. Alright, so here's a legendary level 75. Alright, that was with a critical hit, and it took him down to about half health. There we go. Okay, so that was still only about two shots. And again, as you can see, I'm taking like no damage right now. I'm taking damage, but I'm healing. I'm healing right out of it. So anytime I take damage, I just heal out of it. Alright, here's a level 100. Yep, so 2 shots on a level 100. Not bad at all. Alright, let's see about... So as you can see, even without VATS, I mean, you can still do pretty decent damage. The hits can be a little bit weird, so you have to be mindful of that. It's generally easier to hit in VATS. Also, keep in mind, I haven't even been powering up. You'll see the numbers on the front of the Gauss shotgun right there. You hold it down, it charges up the shot, and it deals more damage. And you can do that in VATS as well. And I'm kind of curious. I hear one shooting somewhere. Where is he? There he is. He's level 60. I hear another one somewhere. I thought I did. Ah, there he is. Somewhere over here. He is also level 60. But he's stuck in a rock. There we go. Okay. Alright, so that was interestingly enough, that was two hits as well. Alright, where did that card carrier go? Let's see. I don't know where it went. I think it's back here. Let's go back here and kill these super mutants. I'm hoping there's another level 100, because what I'd like to try is charging up a full shot. Level 60 again, and 50. Okay, now they're not dying in one shot, which is kind of odd. Okay, he's level 100, so let's do... Okay, so a fully charged shot should take down a level 100 in a single shot. Oh, there's a... There we go. And yeah, you see how fast my health goes back up as soon as I hit. As soon as I land a hit, it just instantly it starts going back up. It's basically like using a stim pack, but you never have to. One area that I found it to be particularly challenging is in the daily ops. If you have to fight piercing enemies, they can do a lot of damage to you, and they will take you out very, very quick. And sometimes it won't matter how many hits you're landing. So I do carry I carry super stim packs with me, and I have the survival syringes. So I use those as backup. If there's particularly challenging content, I'll hit a stim pack, and then I'll keep shooting, and I'll be able to replenish my health super. Yeah, so if you're gonna do a shotgun build, you definitely want to go with the Gauss shotgun, and I highly recommend a Vampire's shotgun, Gauss shotgun, because you will do a ton of damage, and you'll also be able to heal basically for free. The only thing you have to worry about is, crafting or buying ammo, and that is relatively easy. The Gauss shotgun doesn't use a ton of ammo, which is also really, really nice. It's very, very cost effective. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.